Welcome to your monthly Essential Spirit Scopes.
Hey, welcome. This is Nan and I's unique take on horoscopes, where we combine intuitive insights, spiritual messages to guide you through the month ahead. Babies!
We're your hosts. I'm Nancy Christine Brady.
And I'm Tara Diana.
Each month, we tune into the collective energy and share messages from Spirit tailored to support your journey.
We call it Spirit Scopes because it's a blend of guidance and insight for your personal life, your career, and your spiritual growth.
So grab your favorite drink and settle into a cozy spot.
Because we're diving into the energy shaping this month and exploring the wisdom that Spirit has to share. Hey everyone, welcome to Spirit Angels and Guides. Oh my, I'm Tara Diana.
And I'm Nancy Christine Brady.
And this is where we do the monthly Spirit Scopes for September. This is where we give you a little bit of something extra based on the signs. We call it Spirit Scopes as opposed to horoscopes. So welcome, 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 friends.
Welcome. I'm excited. Are you going to get it all started off, Tara?
Why don't I? Let's start with Aries. I'm using a deck that my good friend Lynn Marie, who crossed over, I'm not going to say she gifted me these, Nan, because she wasn't planning on going anywhere. So I just came over and her sister gifted them to me. And I have more decks than I can shake a stick at right now. Thank you, Lynn Marie. But this is a cool deck. I just pulled it out. And it's a moon kind of deck. I thought maybe it was one of those moon cycle. What are some moon decks called?
I don't know. I call them oracle decks.
Oh, you twiddle. You've got them. They're that specific moon. They have like 3 different decks. Or
like moonology, those ones?
Yes, that's what I'm
Okay, great.
Well, I think I do now because of Lynn Marie. But I thought it was one of those decks, and you said no, it's not. So I don't know.
I'm just not sure. I've never seen that deck.
I like them. They're really quite cool. So let's start with Aries here. Aries, we're pulling a card for you for September, please. The card that you got was Moon in Detriment. Cut, not count. Cut your losses, okay? So this isn't a count your losses. It's cut your losses. This is a big deal. So when I'm looking at this card, there is a mountain goat on it. I don't know if that means anything, Nan, but there is a mountain goat and it looks really quite like a full moon. So for me, this is about cycles. The Aries, this is about turning the wheel. Do you understand? And coming full circle. But it's also about being like, okay, so something didn't work, or the energy wasn't what I thought it was, or, whatever out. But we are also into almost into fall equinox, which is all about releasing. So if they're saying to you, cut your losses, they're saying to you, it's okay. You did what you needed to do. It didn't work out the way you wanted it to work. And that is absolutely okay, because you're going to keep on going, baby. You're going to keep on going. Full moon cycle is a big deal, right? So if it's to your detriment, baby, you want to cut, and cut quick and cut hard and cut through. So move forward, Aries. I love this for you. Cut your losses. Don't even count them. Don't count them. Just count them. Because if you're counting them, you're worried about how many there were. We're not. We're just getting rid of them.
Awesome. I love that. I have... Are you done?
I love the way you do that. I'm like babbling on and you're like, I love that. I'm like, thank you, Nan. You're my biggest fan.
I try to be, because you're my biggest fan. So it's a good thing, back and forth.
So true.
Okay, Taurus, you got Bison and Abundance. Now, I love this card for you for September, because this is really all, and you see here, I love the fact too, there's a family. There's a little family there. So this is all about, as we come into fall, it's traditionally about the harvest. So think about the harvest, think about abundance, think about receiving. So this is all really about surrounding yourself with everything that matters and sitting in a place of gratitude and knowing that abundance doesn't always come in the form of money. Abundance comes in so many other forms and factors. So for you, Taurus, I want you to sit back for September and go, okay, what am I sitting in abundance with? And then appreciate that and break that down and sit in that moment going, you know what? Yes, I've got this. So is it family and friends? Yes, perfect. If not, manifest more. Because going into September, again, you're harvesting, you're changing, you're you're packing away, you're getting ready for the winter. And bison, especially the white buffalo bison, brings in magic. So you can sit within that manifestation. You can sit there and say, okay, regardless of whatever the storms are, I'm working towards the positive flow of that abundance. So I really want you to sit with that for the month of September, Taurus.
Okay, I love that, because at first I thought you were going to say Tara, not Taurus. I was like, oh, she's giving me a personal reading. I love that though, right? Because there's nothing better than being able to reap what you sow, right? It's in abundance. I love that. Okay, let's go to the lovely and wonderful Gemini, Moonstruck. Isn't that a Cher movie, Moonstruck? And it says, take a breath. This card is literally your card given to you to stop, to take a moment and to just relax. September for you, Gemini, is where you sit back and you're like, okay, summer was awesome. I did all the things. And now I am going to reflect a little bit, maybe. Don't have to, but you can. I'm going to see about what's coming up in the future. Maybe I do some planning. Don't have to, but you can. And otherwise, you just get to sit back this month and just do you, whatever capacity looks like. I always find that September is a month where I have all of a sudden, and it's probably because I have kids, and I had to suddenly, September school starts. We get in there. In Canada, in BC anyway, school starts in September. So, after Labor Day long weekend, we were all like, go, 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 right? Kids got their clothes, their new clothes, they got their new lunchbox, whatever it is they need, and we push them out the door and go. And holidays stop necessarily. You know what I'm saying? So it's a time that it was really, really busy for me. Gemini, this is for you to really sit back. It doesn't have to be busy. It can be replenishing for you. Maybe you do the little things that you didn't get done because summer was busy for you, right? You never know. So I'm going to leave that with you. Be moonstruck in just sitting in your power and relaxing.
So Cancer, you got pronghorn, which is action. And so this kind of piggybacks a little bit on what Tara was just talking about. This is time for you to take action. And it's funny, Tara, because you mentioned school. And I remember September being so exciting for me. I loved going back to university. I loved going back to school. I loved getting my son ready for school. And so this really reminds me of that renewed action energy for Cancer. It's all about the new excitement of it. You've planted the seeds. You've done all of this, and now it's time to move forward with confidence. It's really about being unstoppable with whatever you set your mind to do. And pronghorns are very fast. So it doesn't mean you need to be fast, but I feel you're going to feel you're moving at a very fast rate for September. So if you need to put the brakes on, just be like, it's okay. Know that taking action in your own time at your own pace is still going to end up with the same sort of bounty that going at a very fast pace would. So whatever it is, you set the pace and pull all that action in. You're going to have a very good month.
Become moonstruck. Go into a little bit of Gemini, right?
Yeah.
A little bit of Gemini. Okay, so Leo. This is actually this is a good one for you. This, to me, feels really powerful because I love this. Nan, you're going to laugh when I say this. Moon, maybe. Moon, maybe. I don't know. But it's, listen, isn't that cute? Like, yeah, maybe. Intuition. Intuition to me is everything. If you follow me on any of my platforms, you will hear me say that we are all naturally, innately intuitive. It is just a part of our design, our DNA, our makeup, also our soul self, our higher self. So this card here is saying, stop second guessing. Okay, Leo, stop second guessing, baby. And really be in that space of decision making and trusting your process. Trust what you get. Step into your solar plexus and anchor there. That's where you're going to be like, I have faith, I trust, I'm strong, I'm powerful, I stand in my convictions. Speak your truth as well. because the solar plexus really is your core center. It is the one that brings together the chakras from the bottom up and the top down, and you meet there. Without having that core ability to say, I trust, you're going to find it very hard to accomplish much, right? So that's why it's saying to you, Moon, maybe, right? It is literally saying to you to take the maybe out, baby. There is no maybe. It just is. And if you need to take a little bit longer, Leo, in making the decision because you are working through the humanist part of it, baby, do it. Do it. Do it. It is better to be safe than sorry. It is better to overthink a little bit than to rush into some of the decisions. I don't say that a lot, but I'm going to say it with this one. So I'm going to leave that with you.
Very nice. Virgo, you got B, which on this particular deck means community. And what Spirit's coming in and telling me is this is really your time to focus on the sweetness of life. And so you're going to notice with Tara and I, there's always a sort of underlying theme. There's always sort of an underlying message. So if you guys are not Virgo and this means something to you, take it. Take what you can and leave the rest with any of our readings for any of the signs, because this is how Spirit works, right? You're never going to be left out. So this is about you tapping into that community, tapping into the sweetness of life, really sitting around people who love you and lift you up and celebrate you, and sitting in your own celebration and your own wins. So, you've done a lot lifting others up. And so this is the time where you're allowed to let others lift you up and celebrate you. So I want you to focus on that. Just sitting in sort of, I get very much a queen bee energy with this. So let yourself be the queen. Let all the other bumblebees come around and help you out and celebrate you and maybe serve you a little, and sit within that abundance for the month of September.
I love that, the idea of being the queen bee.
Yes, you do.
I'm just in that energy, and I feel like it's, I was telling Nan the other day, I got stung by a wasp for the first time in my life 4 times in a row. That little sucker just went and got me 3 times in my thigh, and then once on my and I've never been once on my wrist, and I've never been stung before. So I was like, oh my God, what is that? Like, it was like this weird electrical feeling. And then I thought I was having a stroke, and I'm like yelling, oh my goodness. But then Nan read me what it meant, and it was such a powerful message. I was like, and that's 4 times. So that's 4 times that power. And Nan's like, oh my God, Tora. But I was like, I'm there. I love that. Okay, let's do this, Libra. Libra is my daughter's birthday month. And she is definitely a Libra in some ways, and definitely not a Libra in others. She really does kind of flow into the Scorpio energy for sure. So Libra, whoops, cards upside down. Moonrise, cleansing. Whoop, I don't know what I was doing over there. Hello, this is cleansing over here. And this card is really cool. Now, I want you to look at something in this card. Not only does that look like a full moon to me, but I want you to look at the triangle with all the chakra colors in it. That's important, babies. So Libra, this is talking about being balanced. This is talking about getting yourself in order, okay? This would be, if I was talking to a spiritualist or someone who is into energy work or energy healing, I'd be saying, okay, start anchoring and embodying each of the chakras. Sorry, I had to think about that. Talk about anchoring and embodying the chakras so that you feel like you are at your highest and best. When we're anchored and centered, then we are able to move forward with much more ease. And that is a simple fact. Like, I cannot stress that enough. Amen. Hallelujah. Libra, you're going to want to do some energy work. If you don't know what that looks like, you can always send Nan and I a message, and we will get back to you. But honestly, you want to anchor. You want to be balanced this month, because September is that month where we leave things behind, right? Things are changing. The leaves are falling. They're changing colors, all that jazz. We're reaping what we sow, harvesting. We're getting ready for winter. I know we're just going into fall, but we actually are preparing for winter, which is hibernation and reflection. So you want to be as balanced as you possibly can be, Libra, moving into the fall equinox.
Love that. So Scorpio, I was shuffling, and we had a card pop out, and we also had another card. So you're getting 2 cards. So we've got Lion that came up with higher calling, and then we got Tiger with fire. Now, how much cat energy is in that? Well, yeah, and this is all about choosing your partnerships wisely. This is about surrounding yourself with the right important people. This is about letting go and reclaiming what is yours and stepping into that fire, stepping into that power and going, you know what? Whatever I set my mind to do, I am going to do it from my purest place with the highest intention, and I'm going to be successful, because it's really about, we don't like to use the word necessarily tribe, we use pod. Tara and I have changed the verbiage around it, but make important choices for yourself and your pod and say, you know what, I've absolutely got this, and know that you're on path with reclaiming that power. Both lion and tiger are very much about power animals. They come from a place of very thought out and well-planned wisdom. So they're not impulsive. They don't necessarily, they pounce when they're meant to pounce. They get the prey when they're meant to get the prey. So this is really a reminder for you to be unstoppable for the month of September and just surround yourself with all the right people. So I'm going to leave that for Scorpio.
I love that because I'm a Scorpio and that fits right in with everything that's happening in my world, right? So I love that. Nan, I'm keeping you. I just want you to know.
Oh, good.
Okay, so we are going to Sagittarius. And Sagittarius, what do you need to know, baby? Ta-da! Healing moon, seek healing. So this is interesting to me because we are going into, like I've said 19 times now, fall equinox. And that is that releasing, that is that change, excuse me, guys, that is that change that we really look at what no longer serves us. We make change, we cut ties, we look at what serves us best. And this healing card is such a beautiful card because it really does talk about the different levels. If you look at the card again, please, you're going to see, I don't know why I can't do that, man. You're going to see that there is several different phases of a moon almost going up into that moon right there. And here's the thing. When we are looking at healing ourselves, it usually is not just about mental or emotional or physical. It's a blend of all three. So we have to coordinate that healing aspect because everything affects everything. It's all energy and it all kind of tops one another. So here we are, we're feeling emotionally sad, and all of a sudden our mental self, we can't focus, and now our physical, we're sick. Something's wrong, right? So they're saying to you, take the layers, take all those moons, right? And heal each one of them. Heal each one. This is a perfect time to do that. And you can do that simplistically. Again, you can also go back to the chakras and anchor yourself, right? You can center yourself in the chakras. You can also sit and do some affirmation work for yourself. Take a look at what's going on around you and do affirmation work. It doesn't always have to be a deep, deep, deep dive, right? You don't have to go and open old wounds. We're not talking like that. We're talking about taking what's happening in your space at this time and looking at it from a place of how can I heal that hurt, that distrust, that dis-ease.
That's so important. It's so important for self-care and self-healing, isn't it?
And we don't self-care and we don't self-heal very well.
No. So call on others if you need a little bit of extra self-help. Capricorn, you got Sea Otter, which is all about happiness. I love these little guys. I mean, just looking at them makes me happy. But can I just say as well, on this card, there's also Puffins, which is my bucket list to go see Puffins. There's a live...
Happy too. I don't even know what a puffin is, but they make me happy.
Right? They're so darn cute. I digress 1 second, Capricorn, but there is a live puffin cam you can watch. Like there's all these wild... Yeah, so there's like, there's... Okay, I'll put in the links for everyone. So there's like eagle cam, there's puffin cams. I watched the puffin cam to make me some happiness. I'm not going to lie. So there is. There's, I think if it's not otter, it might be a marmot, but it's like, it's one of those. It's really cute. So we'll put that.
We got to put that in there now because that's happiness.
I know.
So
And
I'll say this: if you guys want to heal, if you guys want to find the animal that you like to watch are the puffins, and start there. That will give you happiness, and happiness makes everything better.
exactly, exactly. So Capricorn, this month is about you being happy. This is about you being the master of all things play. You've had a good summer. You've worked a little harder than you wanted to this summer. You didn't have as much freedom and downtime. So this reminds you to release those expectations. This reminds you to sit within that place of fun and freedom. And, often I'll say to people, go back to what brought you joy, even if it's at the beginning. Like for me, I remember one of my first memories is when I used to get Barbies that made me happy, or playing with Play-Doh. And I literally, one day, Tara, I went to the dollar store, I got Play-Doh, and I just had fun with it. And it brought me that giddy feeling like of being a kid again, playing with Play-Doh. So, whatever it is, let go of the worry and embrace something fun. Maybe even do something different you haven't done to step out of the norm and understand that there's still lots of good weather in September to get you out there having some fun, Capricorn. But it's really about letting go of worry and focusing on yourself. So that self-care is still carrying over, but it's in a much more fun capacity. So I'm going to leave that with Capricorn.
Do you know what? One of the things, you're talking about this, one of the things that I went back to. So I grew up in the Hello Kitty age, like original Hello Kitty. Like she just last year celebrated 50 years. Okay. So, and I'm like 53. So original Hello Kitty was when Hello Kitty came back in such a big way, right?
Yeah.
I love me some Kuromi. I love me my Melody. I love Hello Kitty. So
Wow.
I know that sometimes my husband is like, what is the matter with you when I walk around with like my Hello Kitty t-shirts and my Hello Kitty, my Crocs with the little Hello Kitty knobs on them and stuff. But that brings me joy. So why wouldn't I do it? Why does it matter? Why would I want to act like I'm 53? And what does that
100%. 100%. You're only as old as you feel. Like my little sister and I collected Smurfs when we were growing up. And we've actually gotten to the point where we go find now vintage Smurfs and we'll send them to each other for Christmas presents. And so we've got...
so cool.
Yeah.
Smurf movie coming out with Rihanna.
Really? Okay, we have to go
see it.
Okay.
I love Smurfs. Actually, okay, another super cute thing. I know we're not supposed to go off like this, but another super cute thing, I was leaving one of my assistants a message, and I meant to say body dysmorphia, and it says budding Smurfs.
That's cool.
I need to fix that. Okay. Okay.
Aquarius.
Aquarius, I'm sending you Hello Kitty vibes, but it actually is cold moon. Face your fears. Okay. This is a big one because this is saying that you are not being honest with yourself. This card is the card that says stop. Stop, immediately no. No card to move forward, no passing go, whatever that is. You have to deal with the situation. I don't know what the situation is, baby. Hello Kitty doesn't know. You know what the situation is, so you need to deal with it. Because if you don't, it is going to become bigger and bigger and bigger, and we don't make mountains out of molehills. Okay? So this is the perfect time. And releasing the idea that you have to be one way or another has something to do with this, Aquarius. Something to do with this. This is a mental and emotional as opposed to a physical, and you will be able to move into that next state, but only when you handle the fear factor. There is something that you have to address, and I'm going to leave that with you. That was powerful. I mean, not my message, but the fact with the way true. Well, my message too. Your
message was powerful too. All right. Pisces, last but not least, thanks for hanging in. You got squirrel, always prepared. And you see how there's also the little chickadee friends in this card? I love this. And it couldn't be a better card for September because this is really about reminding you that all of the hard work you've done is paying off. So now is the time to surround yourself with your fun friends because chickadees are fun friends. And it's really about being as much of a blessing to everyone as they are to you. You know, look in the mirror and say, hey, I'm pretty freaking fabulous. And so I think people want to be around me right now. So all the hard work you've done can sit. It's ready. It's done. It's prepared. Go have some fun. Get around those people who want to be with you. Think of yourself as positive as possible. Look in the mirror and go, dang, it's been a good year and I'm ready to let go and have some fun because I have worked, right? It's about, squirrels are very much about the whole year. They're planning for the next stage, the next season, and the next portion in time. This is really spirits coming in and saying, you've done all that. Now take a step back. And it's kind of like the earlier reading, have some fun. Just enjoy September, enjoy the fruits of your labor. And it's going to be a good one for you. So I'm going to leave that with Pisces.
Excellent. Well, friends, we are going to try something new, Nan and I, and we are going to pull one card each, knowing that they will blend together for the month of September as a collective reading.
Yes.
And we are excited to do this. We feel like it's something that we can give to everyone. And who doesn't love a collective reading? What are we looking at for September for all? Let's take a look.
All right.
And you want to go first?
Ooh, I do. Okay. It's a lot of cat energy, guys. We got snow leopard. And this is all about self-reliance. You don't have to depend on anyone else. Regardless of what comes up, what falls apart, what comes together, know that as long as you are perfectly you, sitting within your power, nothing can rock that. Nothing can take away that foundation. This is about you knowing how strong and independent you are and sitting in that strength and sitting in the same place to choose yourself first. No is a full sentence, right? Protect those boundaries. With all of that, you are also walking with a lot of magic. You know, snow leopards for me are very much attached to shamanism, attached to magic, attached to walking between the veil. So what is it that you're going to tap into for that magic and sit within that beautiful magical place of independence, strength, and power for the month of September?
Yes, because we are celebrating.
Woo!
Celebrating. This card says Moon Dance Celebration, which flows beautifully with what Nan was talking about. You are celebrating you. You are celebrating the whole of you, right? The good, the bad, the ugly, the lessons, the future. You are celebrating it all this month. So you are going to step into your power. You're going to hold your head up high. You're going to be like, yes, I matter. I am important. That self-love, that self-care, we should be doing that every day. We should have to remind ourselves that we are worthy of this. So Spirit is saying this September, we are celebrating. Celebrate yourself. Celebrate those around you, but mostly celebrate your contracts that you are making within to do more, to be more, because you're safe to do that.
Love it.
Okay, Nan?
Going to be a good September.
It is going to be a good September, and let's bring this party to a close. You've been so gracious to hang out with us. So, we are closing. We always do this. We should have a script for this, Nan, but we don't. We kind of go off on our own tangent, and I don't care. I think it's kind of funny. So follow us on all our platforms. Nancy is?
Nancy Christine Brady on all the handles.
You got it. Same. Well, no, not same. I'm Spirit Essence by Tara Diana on all the same handles. We have some exciting news coming up. Actually, it's going to probably roll out the same day that this episode's going to go out. You guys need to go to our Instagram and see the announcement.
Dun, dun.
Yeah, you need to go and see the announcement. It's pretty cool. You're not going to want to miss it. We promise you, you will not be disappointed.
Indeed. And on that note, we'll see you all next time.
Absolutely. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for joining us for this month's Essential Spirit Scopes.
We hope these insights guide you with clarity and purpose for the month.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay connected.
And share your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear from you.
Until next time, trust your intuition
And the wisdom Spirit brings your way. See you next month on Spirit Scopes.